but I have to say that is the first time for some considerable time that I've not watched the finish of the race in tears, but just watched the ceremonial almost parade afterwards. I have to say I was crying for that. It was that good. Let's go back to Paul and Adrian. The scoreboards are going right round the crowd again, the big cameras. Lots of the youngsters here, just seeing their faces on screen. Many of them, of course, waving the Union Jack flags. Lots of the little ones being cuddled, held up by their mums and dads. And then almost the air of surprise. Oh my, look, it's me on the screen, it's me on the screen. There's a big smile. Then there's lots of shaking hands, clapping. Big smiles, perhaps a nudge to the person next door.
Josie Pearson of Great Britain getting ready to take rounds 4, 5 and 6 in the women's club throw. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we now have a victory ceremony for the men's shot put for athletes F52 and 53.
On the big scoreboards, and just going to be in full view in a minute, the athletes coming out from the tunnel into the main arena.
Medals will be presented today by Mr. the Executive Director of the International Paralympic Committee, who is accompanied by Mrs. Louise Martin, CBE, the Chair of Sport Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medalist representing the United States of America, Scott Seven.
Scott comes up onto the podium, holds the chair there, the racing chair there, leans forward. The bronze model goes round his neck.
Gentlemen, the silver medalist representing Mexico, Mado Maximo de Jesus.
Mario comes forward. Silver medal is elevated and presented. The grey tracksuit top of the United States of America, the red of Mexico. Bronze and silver on the podium. Big wave to the crowd.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Latvia, Egars Apinis.
Egars with his assistant there, taken to the top of the podium, the middle position of Paul to receive that gold medal. Charles has his gold medal in his teeth, both hands up, acknowledging the crowd.
Those who are able, please stand for the national anthem of Latvia. Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
There's handshakes on the podium, mutual respect from these three athletes. Hands up in the air, medals held, showing to the crowd. This is the medal ceremony, men's shot put. F field event, of course, 52-53.
Over in the circle for the women's club throw final, Josie Pearson of Great Britain getting ready to take throws 4, 5 and 6. She's already set a lifetime best of 12 metres 79, and she's currently lying in 6th place.
Josie Pearson, a throw of 12.79, got an 8.83 points. She needs to improve, I would think, by about 1 metre. By about 1 metre, take her up to very near the medal positions.
Well, Josie Pearson there, a foul in the 4th round, so she has 2 more throws to go. Just a reminder, her best so far, 12.79, the longest throw she's ever produced in competition. The current positions in the club competition excuse me, are displayed on the scoreboard. All sorts of records being set there. Ibrahimi of Tunisia leads with that new world record. There's also a new European record, of course, by Gemma Prescott, and British record too. And she's yet to have her final set of 3 throws. But 11.76 for Josie Pearson in the 5th round. So a big cheer for Josie as she gets ready to make her 6th and final throw. That could be better. Just wait for the distance to come up. Oh, great stuff. 13 meters 42. Another lifetime best, and she moves up into 5th place in this final. The next event on the track, the first of 2 heats in the women's 200 meters T36 category. Well, in order to qualify for the final, you must be one of the first 3 in each heat, plus 2 fastest losers to be selected on the fastest times, who will advance through to the final. The full lineup is displayed on the scoreboard. Well, amongst the athletes taking part, she was champion back in the year 2000. Since then, she's won silver medals and bronze medals in both the 100 and the 200 meters. Please welcome from Great Britain, Hazel Robson.
Representing Germany, one of the fastest women in Europe. Please welcome Claudia Nicolaitic. On the inside, we have Zakinseva of Russia, Robson representing Schaus of Argentina, Nicolaitic of Germany. And the first team.
On your marks.
Hazel Robson for Great Britain competing in her 4th Paralympic Games.
Set.
Hazel Robson always very strong in the finish. And the transition through to the home straight there by Angela Schaus of Argentina, absolutely superb. She's being chased by Claudia Nicolaitic of Germany. And here comes Hazel. Nicolaitic of Germany closing in on the leader. The German wins it, Argentina through Schaus in 2nd place, and Hazel Robson of Great Britain makes it through to the final once more. Winning time unofficially 31.52 seconds.
Well, Hazel Robson moving over, congratulating all her fellow competitors there. First indications that we may be getting the cloud cover just moving slightly, a little bit brighter. Still with the spotlights on, not the full spotlights, of course, as we'll see this evening.
Just watching the long jump on the main scoreboard.
Per Jonsson of Sweden taking his 5th round jump. I'll just give you an update on the situation over there in just a minute. The top 8 jumpers are the only jumpers left in the competition now. They have 3 final jumps to finish off the competition. And Per Jonsson, 6 meters and 11 centimeters. His best jump remains his 1st round effort of 6:41. He's still just outside of the medals by 16 centimeters behind the next jumper, Radoslav Zlatinov of Bulgaria.
It certainly looked as though it was a very fine jump indeed from Zlatanov. And the distance, it's a big improvement, 6 meters 81, a new lifetime best for the Bulgarian, and he's back into third place, in with a shout of a medal with 1 round to go. The only other 2 athletes to take their 5th round jumps now are Angel Jimenez Cabeza of Cuba and his teammate, the world record holder, Luis Felipe Gutierrez. And both of those athletes jumping absolutely superbly here today, the only men over 7 meters in the competition. So just 1 more jumper to go in this 5th round. Angel Jimenez Cabeza, the Cuban, 7 meters and 7 centimeters, just 2 centimeters behind his best jump so far. They're just getting ready to take his 5th round jump, his penultimate jump in the competition. And he comes out onto the runway. In fact, he's passing the event leader, Luis Felipe Gutierrez of Cuba. Not jumping in round 5, but still remains in the lead. The next event on the track, the second and final heat of the women's 200 meters T36 category. The full lineup will be displayed on the main scoreboard. There it is. Well, the featured athlete in this heat, representing Russia in lane 5, one of the fastest women in the world, certainly the fastest in Europe at the moment, Elena Ivanova.
Wave from Elena Ivanova there to the crowd. Elena Ivanova goes in lane 5, so the middle lane of these 5 athletes competing. T36 category, heat number 2, 200 meters.
Set.
Well, they get away
Cleanly at the first attempt, very even over the first 50 meters or so. But Ivanova, the young Russian, absolutely flying out in lane 5. He's already gone past Martinez and Jion of Korea. The world record was set back at the Paralympic Games in Athens back in 2004. Ivanova wins it, then Jion of Korea, then Martinez of Argentina. Those 3 athletes will qualify automatically. But Ivanova sets a new season's best time of 30.09.
Rice running down the runway at the moment, takes off, looks a clean jump. Somewhere over 6 meters, he thinks.
Well, surely we've got to be classed as athletes, haven't we?
I'll be introducing you to the athletes competing in the next event in the field to start off shortly. That's the women's discus throw F11, F12. Well, you've just seen the two heats of the women's 200 meters for T36 athletes. There are the automatic qualifiers up on the scoreboard. Ivanova leading the way, the new season's best and the fastest time in Europe this year. Hazel Robson qualifying for Great Britain as 6th fastest. And the two fastest losers, Kato and Lai of Hong Kong, 32.97, 34.57 at the bottom. Those athletes will contest the final. Meanwhile, over in the long jump, last effort here for Per Jonsson of Sweden, lying in 4th place. That looks as though it could be a better jump for Jonsson. There's the white flag. If it's not further than 6 meters 81, well, all of the 3 remaining jumpers are guaranteed a medal. And Zlatanov, the next to go, the Bulgarian, is guaranteed at least a bronze medal. Well, that's a fine jump by Jonsson. 6 meters 48, his best jump of the competition, the best he's achieved in 2012. And he finishes this Paralympic final in 4th place. Next to go, wearing 2-1-1-1, Radoslav Zlatanov of Bulgaria. Just 18 centimeters away from a silver medal. Can he go further and increase his lifetime best once again? Oh, it's good. But he gets a red flag. So Radoslav Zlatanov guaranteed the bronze medal. In the throwing the club final for women, next to go is Catherine O'Neill of Ireland. Back over at the long jump. We're now getting to the sharp end of the competition. The bronze medal is decided. Zlatanov of Bulgaria gets it. But can Angel Jimenez Cabeza go further in this last round? If it's not further than 7 meters 54, well, Luis Felipe Gutierrez is the Paralympic champion. And the man who's just jumped is guaranteed a silver medal. Seven meters 14. That's another athlete who's produced his best jump in the very last round. And that's a very well-deserved silver medal for Angel Jimenez Cabeza. But the champion, who's passed his 6th and final jump with a new Paralympic record of 7 meters 54, Luis Felipe Gutierrez of Cuba. So Catherine O'Neill of Ireland, one throw left in the club competition.
being displayed on the big scoreboard and indeed going around the arena. The two Cubans taking gold and silver. They're running round with the big Cuban flag, taking the acknowledgement of the crowd.
This final in fourth place. There are just 3 athletes left in the women's club throw, and that means that as a result of Catherine O'Neill's last throw, Gemma Prescott of Great Britain is guaranteed a bronze medal.
We go back to the track now for round 1 of the women's 100 metres T38. The first 3 in each heat and the next 2 fastest advance to the final. In lane 3, Abdullah of Malaysia, and in 4, Isaac of Australia. And in lane 6 will be Chen of China, and in 7, Mansour of Tunisia. And in lane 5, she was the bronze medalist at the Games in Beijing. She is the reigning European champion. She represents Russia, Margarita Goncharova.
Margarita waves to the crowd, acknowledges that introduction from Adrian.
On your mark. Set. Stand up, ladies, please. Marksman, can you show a green card, please?
It appears we have a slight hiccup there. Not sure if it was a
So just to confirm the full lineup: Abdullah, Malaysia in 3,
technical
Isaac,
issue.
Australia in 4, Goncharova, Russia in 5,
On your mark.
Beijing silver medalist, Chen of China in 6, Mansour of Tunisia in 7. Nice and quiet at the start, please.
The referee just showing a green card, so a warning to the whole field of the athletes there. And we're coming back down together now for a second attempt to get a clean start away in the women's 100 metres. Category is T38, and it's round 1, heat number 1.
Set.
So Goncharova and Chen side by side. Chen was very quickly out of her blocks. Can Goncharova respond over the last 30 metres? It's Chen who still needs narrowly from Goncharova. Very close between those two at the line. But it is the first 3 who qualify for the final. Very shortly, the confirmed result will go up on the board. Chen of China, 14.00. Goncharova of Russia, 14.03. And it was Mansour of Tunisia in lane 7 who took the 3rd automatic qualifying spot.
Well, in the men's shot put final for F54, 55, 56 athletes, we're in the second half of the competition now. The top 8 competitors have been pulled together from both pools. There were 19 athletes entered, so these guys really are the best in the world. And throwing at the moment, with one throw to go in the 6th round, Ilias Nalpantis of Greece, who's currently lying in 6th place. The news from that competition, of course, is that Robin Womack of Great Britain is in the silver medal position at the moment. Well, we know that Josie Pearson of Great Britain in her very first Paralympic Games can finish no worse than 5th place in this final of the women's club throw. But next in the circle, getting ready to take her 3 final throws, guaranteed a bronze medal. Let's hear a big cheer for Gemma Prescott.
With Paul just focusing on the field events at the moment. Down on the track at the start of the 100 metres, we see our athletes in the next heat of the T38 100 metres, and they're just getting warmed up. Tracksuits are beginning to come off, a few practice starts, and we should be with this in just a very, very short time. In fact, we are. Let's hand to Paul and to Adrian.
Final event in the field to start this morning, the final of the women's discus throw for athletes F11 and F12. They're all lined up, ready and waiting. So please welcome from Malaysia, Hamila Inikuti. From Germany, Sienna Kristen. From Belarus, Tamara Sivakova. And representing Great Britain, Wales' finest, please welcome Claire Williams. Representing Italy, Assunta Legnante. Representing Mexico, Rita Elena Osorio Cota. Representing Argentina, Mariela Almada, bronze medalist 4 years ago. Representing China, please welcome Tang Hongxia. Representing Japan, Shiho Watanabe. Representing Ireland, big welcome for Ailish Dunn. Representing the Ukraine, Odyssia Ilchina. Representing Croatia, Ivekovic Mestrovic. And finally, the world record holder and silver medalist from 4 years ago, from China, Zhang Langming.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, back to the track for the second of the 2 heats in round 1 of the women's 100 metres T38. And there, up on the screen, in lane 1, would you please welcome the reigning world and Paralympic champion, the world record holder, representing the Ukraine, Ina Straitak.
Big wave to the crowd from Olivia. You can hear the noise, just acknowledging that.
The second of the 2 heats in round 1 of the women's 100 T38.
a false start there, but 4 of the 5 athletes, perhaps 3 of the 5 athletes, not acknowledging it.
A few of us heard the recall gun, as did that's Katie, may well be Katie Parrish. We'll obviously await clarification of what happens next, and we'll go back to the field with Paul.
But just I'll break off if Paul does come in, and there he does.
The final, of course, has just started. Likuti has already taken her first round throw.
Well, on this women's 100 metres, an interesting situation now, because the recall gun certainly did go. It was very, very loud, and immediate response from Katie Parrish to pull up. But 4 of the athletes competing, well, certainly 3 competing the whole 100 metres, and 1 around 80 to 85 metres. So I just wonder if there's going to be extra time going to be allowed for the athletes to recover, or if we're going to just push them off fairly quickly. We'll keep you informed.
Marksman, can you please disqualify the athletes in lane 4?
Next in the discus circle for Great Britain, Claire Williams.
It appears that we do have a disqualification in the second heat of the women's T38 100 metres. Now the athletes are just being taken away from the start.
91. Claire is in second place at the moment in round 1.
Well, not quite sure what's going on here, but the athletes are being led away from the start. So as soon as we get any further information, we will of course keep you absolutely updated. Perhaps it may well come through to Adrian or Paul before it gets down to me. I'm in a separate commentary position. As I say, there seems to be a disqualification there. Nothing coming through on our headphones or information at all at the moment. As we said, the athletes being led off of the track. So we shall see.
Gemma Prescott,
Who has completed her club competition. A final throw, 20 metres 17. And Gemma Prescott wins a bronze medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I can now clarify for you what will happen in respect of that second of the 2 heats in the women's 100. The competitors in that heat will be given time to recover, because as you saw, the majority of the field completed 100 metres, and the second heat will be rerun later in this morning's session.
Well, full clarification from Adrian there. I'm not sure if we did have a disqualification or if all athletes will be allowed to run. I'm sure that'll be made clear in the very, very near future.
Just to re-emphasise how good Gemma Prescott's performance was, 20 metres 50 gave her 1,015 points, and she set a brand new European and United Kingdom record. 20 meters 50. So just 2 athletes left in the competition. Munir Ghazmi of Algeria, who set a new lifetime best with her 3rd round throw of 22 meters 16. And finally, Marouha Ibrahimi of Tunisia, who set a new world record with her 2nd round throw of 23 meters 43. Over in the discus, Almada from Argentina had a foul in the 1st round. She was a bronze medalist from Beijing. Next to go is Tang Hongqia from China.
Our next event on the track is going to be the men's 100 metres T54. It's round 1, heat number 1. So the racing chairs are coming out on the track. The athletes beginning to warm up. Very, very tough. Moving from absolutely dead spot position. Try to get to maximum speed as soon as possible. Just 100 metres. The athletes in the wheelchair racing events, T51 to T54, differ in regards to their arm and shoulder functions, which are pertinent for pushing the wheelchair, of course.
In the women's discus, 35 meters 32. Next to go in the discus circle, Shiho Watanabe from Japan. The current standings are on the scoreboard for that women's discus final. Of course, it is a combined category, F11 and F12. So points will decide the destination of the medals. Currently, Claire Williams of Great Britain is in 3rd place. Next event on the track is the 1st round, the 1st heat of the men's 100 meters T54 category. In order to qualify for the final, you have to be one of the first 2 past the line in the heats, and from the 2 heats, the 2 fastest losers will qualify as well. The full lineup is displayed on the scoreboard. And amongst the athletes taking part in this 1st heat, one of the fastest men in the world, a multi-medalist at World Championships and in European Championships in the past, from the Netherlands, Kenny van Vegel.
Kenny lifts his hand, acknowledges the crowd's cheers.
Also in this heat in lane 7 is the silver medalist from Beijing in the Bird's Nest Stadium, Saichon Konjen from Thailand.
On your marks. Set.
They get away, and just to re-emphasize, only the first two will qualify for the final moment. Van Vegel right on the inside going well. But on that occasion, Yu Yang of China was absolutely flying. 13.90 seconds. That's only 0.14 of a second outside of the world and Paralympic record set 4 years ago by Leo Kekatati of Finland, who goes in the next heat. So Liu Yang wins it, 13.91, a new Asian record. Konjen, the silver medalist from 2008, got second place, a season's best for him, 14.16. And Kenny van Vegel of the Netherlands will have to wait and see whether he goes through to the final as one of the fastest losers. Just going back to the club competition, the medals have been decided.
There's one thrower to go in this F31, 32 and 51 category. Maroua Ibrahimi of Tunisia is the Paralympic champion, and she set a new world record in the second round. 23 meters 43, 1,064 points. But she's getting ready to take her 4th, 5th and 6th throws. Munir Ghazmi of Algeria gets the silver medal with a new lifetime best of 22 meters and 51, 1,052 points. The bronze medal goes to Great Britain and Gemma Prescott with a new UK and European record, 20 meters 50, 1,015 points. And also in that final was Josie Pearson of Great Britain, who finished down in 5th place with a new lifetime best, with a very last throw of the competition, 13 meters 42. And I'm sure you will give the champion-elect a huge cheer when she gets ready to take her throws. Ibrahimi of Tunisia, the new club champion. Over in the discus, the world record holder, Zhang Liangming of China. That was long in the discus. The world record is 40 meters and 42 centimeters. So Zhang of China moves into 1st place at the end of round 1 of this women's discus final. Back on the track, the second heat, round 1 of the men's 100 metres T54 category. The lineup is displayed on the scoreboard, but amongst them is the defending Paralympic champion, the world record holder too.
On your mark. Set.
Raced in that second heat. So they're rolling back round the track.
Along with Curtis Tom of Canada, also from Heat 1 with a new America's record of 14.47. Well, that was a brilliant throw there by Claire Williams of Great Britain in the discus. Just over 39 metres, and that moves her into third place.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can now clarify the schedule for the remaining events and ceremonies for this morning's session. The men's 200-metre medal ceremony will follow this third heat of the men's 100 metres T54. We will then have the medal ceremony for the men's long jump. That will be followed by the two heats of the men's 1500 metres T46, and we will finish this morning's session with heat 2 of 2 in the women's 100 metres T38.
Next to go in the discus circle, Mariela Almada from Argentina. Bronze medalist from Beijing. She had a foul in the first round. That was a very fine effort from Almada in the discus, a valid throw, and 36 meters 52 on the point situation. That ranks her in 6th place at the moment. Next event on the track, the final heat of the men's 100 meters T54 category. Qualified for the final, you need to get the first two in this heat. The two classes from all three heats in terms of losers will go through to the final. Start is displayed on the main scoreboard.
Acknowledges the crowd.
Set.
Supervises.
Iran. 11 meters 63 for 988 points, and a new Paralympic record and a new leader in the shot put. So next to go, the gentleman who was up until a few moments ago in third place, had a bronze medal almost wrapped around his neck, Kames Zakut of Palestine, so he's got to improve once more. And then Robin Womack of Great Britain, who was in the silver medal position, he's now been shunted down into third place. And the final throw will be Karol Koza of Poland, who again up till a few moments ago was lying in the gold medal position. So just 3 more men to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 200 meters T42.
Everybody in the stadium standing up. Union Jacks already being held high.
The medals will be presented by Mrs. Carol Bouchette, member of the Paralympic Order of the International Olympic Committee, who is accompanied by Mr. Don Foster, MP, Olympic Board member. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medalist, representing Germany, Heinrich Popov.
Heinrich, huge smile, jumps onto the podium. Jumps on it, delighted to have won that bronze medal. Presentation, Heinrich slaps back to the crowd. Thank you very much. On goes the bronze medal. From Germany takes that bronze. Now presentation as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the silver medalist, representing United States of America, Shaquille Vance.
Bill moves forward, hands held high. Red tracksuit top of the United States of America. Wait for this.
The gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing Great Britain.
Richard actually covers his face, doesn't he? There. Whoa! Moving. deeply, deeply emotional for Richard Whitehead. Kisses the gold medal. Well, at least two of us on the edge of tears. And so by medals acknowledged to the crowd by all three athletes.
Ladies and gentlemen, as is customary, will those who are able please stand for the national anthem of Great Britain.